Welcome to this wonderful platform. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Please, if you like what you see here, after watching, subscribe, put on your notification bell. It's very, very important because it's going to help you to know when I upload a new video. In this channel, I present to you news on daily basis on what is happening in the whole world, especially in Nigeria and in Biafran land. Yes, I'm Mother Biafra. I bring to you Biafran news. So before I do that, what I always do is that I analyze it and I sit down there to watch the video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section to talk about it. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion. That is why the comment section is there for you to contribute, leave your ideas, your thoughts, your belief about the videos that you have watched. Please, as we are doing this, let us do it constructively. As we hop into today's video, remain blessed. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your massive support in this channel.
Spend time on the governors. We will first of all expose the governors, where they have failed, how they have failed, why the people have given them vote of no confidence. So every governor in Biafra land, the media war has come to your doorstep. And after we have sensitized our people on how we have failed, because they don't know. People of Biafra don't know the level of impunity each governor in Biafra land have done. So we have beginning the exposition and teaching to sensitize you. Prepare your mind for the work ahead, because it is time for the political leaders in the Southeast. We have remembered them. What we are going to do is to teach you something you don't know, is to make you understand how these people are more than satanic, worshippers. How these people are the devil themselves. How the Southeast, South, and all the Eastern region governors and politicians has been able to, the Fulani have used them to subjugate you into slavery. How they have supervised genocide in Biafra land, and it is no longer acceptable that we continue to remain in power. We don't care how long it's going to take. We don't care when it is going to start happening. But our job now is to begin to teach the people. After teaching them, we will invoke the spirit of Biafra on every one of you in Biafra land. And you go after the political leaders, after the governor, because they have committed the crime against humanity. And because nobody is holding them responsible. We are going to hold them responsible, and we are going to tell them that the power belongs to you. Today, they have come to realize that nobody hear them, nobody respect them anymore, because people have come to understand the impunity in them. And now, you have not known anything. You don't know anything yet. Wait until I finish the exposition and the teaching I'm about to do. I'm embarking on. Not today. I'm starting from the scratch. I am starting from, the scratch. So today, I'm going to give you a small thing to think about. I'm going to give you a small exposition you can think about. I'm going to give you something that will make you will take to sleep. I'm going to give you something that you will go and tell people that are not watching this program, and tell them how evil the governors has become. And let me tell you, for some of you who do not understand how the government works and international law, you don't need to carry gun to go and shoot somebody to be indicted as a person who are accomplice or who is accomplice in a genocide. If you are a government official, security officer of a state, chief security officer of a state, and you are unable to protect the life of the people, and the people doing the killing are the security agents, you are directly responsible for the crime. This has happened in almost all the states of Biafra land. In Abia State, we are going to start from Abia State today. In Abia State, we are going to start from Abia State. In Abia State, a lot of atrocities has taken place. A lot of crime against humanity has taken place in Abia State. We are yet to see the Southeast governors to come together with a kind of decisive decisions to bring the corporate, to bring the police people, to bring the security agents who participate in committing this heinous crime to book. They have refused to do that. Rather, they aid, abet them, they invite them to Biafra land, and they have continued to commit this crime unchecked. Now we have come to begin to expose them. By the time we finish this teaching, believe me, no politician, we'll start from governor. By the time we finish this teaching, no governor will be allowed to walk freely. No governor will be allowed to drive freely in Biafra land. They will be hunting them until they begin to bring the people, the police officers, the military officers who commit this serious crime against humanity to book. And we want to see their resignation because we have passed vote of no confidence on the 9th of August 2021. That is what it means. The people of Biafra have spoken and they say, these people, this governor, do not represent our interests and we don't listen to them again. And for that reason, they have lost every legitimacy to continue to remain in office. I am going to prove it to you this evening. It is not just about propaganda. It is not just saying by the every norms available, all norms available. They have lost the legitimacy to continue to preside over any state in Biafra. And for that reason, we demand their resignation immediately. If they don't want to resign, let them wait until we finish this teaching. The anger of Biafrans will be channeled to all the political leaders in the Southeast. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take, but we have embarked on the teaching this evening. So welcome to the program. And your life will never remain the same because I am going back to those days you have forgotten. That is where we are coming from. We are going to be going back to some of events you may not remember anymore. And that is how the governors are complicit in this crime. I want to remind everybody what is going on. I want to remind the governors as well. I want to remind the political leaders as well, because they don't listen to what is going on around the world. I want to remind them what is going on in Afghanistan. Afghanistan, Taliban has taken over the country of Afghanistan, completely taken over. America is coming to pull out all their consulate and everybody in America in Afghanistan. They have sent troops. They are pulling them out of Afghanistan, and this is what is going to happen to Nigeria. In case the governors don't know what is coming to them. Do you know how many years it takes Taliban to take over Afghanistan? Do you people know? You don't know because you don't read history. You know how many years it took Taliban to have come back today to take Afghanistan? You don't know. You don't know. And do you know what the America is going to do? The America is only going to be analyzing it on CNN. By the time they invade Omahi's village, America, CNN will be announcing it. That is somebody said 20 years. So somebody said 20 years. By the time they invade Hope Uzodinma, CNN will be analyzing it. By the time they invade Obiano, CNN will be analyzing it. By the time they invade Okowa, CNN will be analyzing it. By the time they visit Ugwani, CNN will be analyzing it. And that is how, by the time they invade the white, CNN will be analyzing it. And the only thing the CNN will do is to come and sit and they have news to analyze. And they will be analyzing it. I want you to have a picture of what is to come to Nigeria if we do not hold the political people, political position holders, political leaders in Biafra land to ransom, and we are going to hold them. But we are not going to do it yet. I want to teach you first, so that any day you are holding them, any day you are hunting for them, you know what you are doing. Any day you are going to rise up and go to government house, to take over the government house in Biafra land, you will know why you are doing it. So I want you to hold on. Don't do it yet until you have been fed with the things you need to do. Now, I want you to watch what I'm about.
Is now completely pulling out all U.S. personnel from the U.S. Embassy in Kabul over the next 72 hours. That is different from what we heard on Thursday from the president, who said some personnel would be pulled out.
Yeah, right now, as the Taliban is closing in on Kabul, the evacuation of U.S. Embassy personnel is well underway. A U.S. official says the goal is to get them out by Tuesday, if not sooner. Right now, you're looking at video shot by CNN that appears to show U.S. helicopters flying above Kabul, possibly carrying U.S. personnel.
CNN's Clarissa Ward is live in Kabul, Afghanistan. Clarissa, help us understand what's happening there. And good morning.
Good morning, Christy. There's a lot of moving parts here. You mentioned the evacuations of U.S. Embassy personnel. I mean, we have just heard a nonstop stream of choppers all morning going back and forth from the embassy to the airport. We also saw an Apache gunship accompanying several Chinooks. That gives you a sense, I think, of just how tense things are here. And that's because the Taliban are now very much outside the gates of Kabul. We heard earlier a statement from Zabiullah Mujahid, who is the spokesperson for the Taliban. He said that they're not going to enter the city violently, that they want to enter peacefully. He urged people to stay at home, not to try to flee. He said that there would be a blanket amnesty, basically, for anyone who had worked with the government or with security forces, as long as they did not try to fight the Taliban. And we also are being led to believe that there are sort of ongoing last-minute talks between the Taliban, between the government of Ashraf Ghani, the Afghan president, to try to come up with some kind of an interim government, a sort of peaceful transferal of power. We heard from Afghanistan's defense minister, again, urging people to not panic, saying that the city of Kabul is still very much under control, that defenses are strong, and that negotiations are ongoing to come to a peaceful conclusion. But I can tell you, Christy, that that message is not being embraced on the streets of the capital. It has been incredibly chaotic here this morning, with people just desperately trying to get out of the city. The streets have been choked with traffic, long lines outside the passport office. Everybody frantically worried about what will happen when Taliban fighters do enter the capital, as it appears may be happening in the coming hours or days, depending on how those talks go. We just don't know. Christy, Boris.
Clarissa Ward, live for us there. You and the crew take good care there. Thank you so much, Clarissa. So we want to continue this conversation here. The Taliban, as she said, at the gates of Kabul. In response to the rapid gains by the Taliban, President Biden, as we said, now authorized an additional 1,000 U.S. troops to assist with efforts. Bill Roggio is the managing editor of the Long War Journal. We're also joined by him and CNN military analyst Colonel Cedric Layton. Thank you both so much for being here. We appreciate it. Bill, I want to ask you, first of all, when you hear what we are hearing from the Taliban spokesman this morning, that they want a peaceful and satisfactory transfer of power to be agreed upon, what do you expect satisfactory to be for them?
Good morning and thank you. For the Taliban, the only thing it has always had a maximalist strategy or an objective here, and that is the reestablishment of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan with its leader as the emir.
Establishing the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. It took them how many years? I want all of you watching me this evening, some say 20 years. This is what is coming to Nigeria. This is what these people are bringing to Nigeria. And you know what? By the time they come to Nigeria, CNN will be analyzing you like this. CNN will be analyzing you like this. They will be telling you Boko Haram, ISIS, all the West Africa jihadists, all of them, they want to negotiate a transfer of power. They have already transferred power without you knowing it. And your governors are complicit with the transfer of power that you are witnessing in Nigeria today. Governors in Biafran land, it is time we are going to deal with you. We are not going to wait for America to pull their embassy out of Nigeria. We are going to deal with you. We will deal with you because we are going to solve this problem now before Afghanistan will begin to happen. Because we are setting the future of our children, not the future of the governors, not the future of Ekweremadu and co. We are going to bring everything down before it goes to Afghanistan. So I want everybody to watch and listen to what is happening. When the time will come, they will analyze you like this, and we can never allow that to happen. The Afghanistan now is going to be a case study. And they are going to stop at nothing until you see this Afghanistan happening in Nigeria. Now, it didn't end there. Let me tell you, the police, the army, the civil defense, immigration, and customs, The difference between Nigeria and Afghanistan is that in Afghanistan, they are coming with force. In Nigeria, it is mechanism being put in place. They are following a very corrupt democratic principles to install the Islamic State in Nigeria. They follow what we call a very corrupt democratic principle. How do that work? By instituting their mechanism, their men, their representative in different positions. They have hijacked the executive. They have hijacked the judiciary. They have hijacked the legislative arm of the government. The three arm of the government has been hijacked in Nigeria by the Islamic State. Now, what do you think is left? What they are doing now is just jamboree. By the time do you know why Taliban is doing what is? Because they have been able to gather enough arms. And American troops pulled out of Afghanistan. They have gathered enough arms and enough ammunition. And by the time the Fulani gather enough arms and enough ammunition to run an entire southern Nigeria, you are going to hear the win now. You are going. The only thing you'll be hearing and watching from CNN is breaking news. They have captured Lagos. Breaking news. They have captured Oyo State. Breaking news. They are now advancing to Benin, the Edo Kingdom. Breaking news. Fulani have struck in Enugu. Breaking news. They have taken over, captured River State, the oil dome of Nigeria. Breaking news. They are now advancing. This is what you'll be hearing. As they are analyzing it now, is the way they will be analyzing Nigeria. The governors have continued to cheat. They have continued to lie to the people, even to the authority that they lie, that they don't support Biafra. They have to come out now or they resign. And if they don't resign, we are going to chase them out of power. We are going to invade all government houses in Biafra land because this is what you are watching now is what is coming to Biafra. We can never allow that to happen. The entire southern Nigeria must rise up. This is not about Biafra alone. The entire southern Nigeria must rise up. We have to start by imposing the seat at home in the entire southern Nigeria. Our Yoruba nation brothers must rise up now to make sure we have what we call a joint seat at home in the entire southern Nigeria. We want to lock everywhere down. 1 day, 2 days, after locking it down, we have spoken. Locking it down means we have passed the vote of no confidence. We want to trigger what we call the extraordinary process and measures to make sure Nigeria, the solutions start now. The delay is very dangerous. The more you delay, the more you are inviting Afghanistan to Nigeria. And it is going to be very, very dangerous. We know it. It is going to happen. Don't say we did not say it. It is going to happen. There has never been any time that is as dry as now.
Thank you for always watching Linda's TV show. I will see you again in my next video. Remain blessed. I appreciate each and every one of you and keep on watching Linda's TV show. If you have not yet subscribed, please, I beg you to do that so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Bye-bye.